Very good morning to all. So far we have seen how to connect with data sources, right? So yesterday we have seen different data sources, like we have seen the Oracle data source, and we have seen some of the CSV files. We have seen how to connect with some web services, right? The online services. The online services we have connected with data.world.com. So there we have connected, we have embedded the password, and we have connected through our Power BI. And whenever your data is getting changed in this online services, so automatically our Power BI reports also will get refreshed. So this is what we have seen yesterday on data source side. Like I hope everyone have installed Oracle software, and the CSV you know already how to connect with CSV and Excel. And I hope everyone has connected with this online services, right? The website, web portal, everything. So in this Power Query Editor, we have seen what is the difference between Power Query Editor and Power Pivot and Excel and Power Query Engine, right? These are all the concept, the add-ons we have in our Excel, the new versions, like 2016 version, right? So they have the new versions, they have added this Power Query Editor, Power Pivot, and all those. So this Power Query Editor is mainly used to apply the transformation logic. So whenever, say for example, if you have any data, if you want to apply a transformation logic on the data, right, in Power BI itself. So yesterday we have created some new columns by using our Power Query Editor formulas. So this formulas is used only at Power BI level, not in the database level. Say for example, you are adding a column, it will add in Power BI only. It will not impact on the existing database, okay? So Power BI will write only the select statement from the database, so it will not impact on the database side. So this Power Query Editor, we have seen how to create a new column, how to create a custom column, how to create a conditional columns, right? So that is what we have seen. And so once everything has been done, you have to click on this close and apply. Then whatever the new columns or new transformation logic you have applied, it will be applied on the database in the data set, not in the database. Okay. So how will you go to this Power Query Editor? So by using this transform data, you can go to this Power Query Editor. This Power Query Editor will be open. It's same like our Excel sheet. Okay, in our Excel sheet also we have, so it's advanced version of Excel sheet only. So you have all the home button. This you can enter the data, new sources. So you can split up the columns into multiple columns. You can add the columns, you can add the rows, and remove the rows, right? So yesterday we have removed some null values on the columns, and we have connected with data. So the transform, yes, you can do a lot of transformation logic. We have seen some of the transformation logic here. The add column, we have added the custom column and conditional column. So index column is nothing but the numbers, okay, which number we want to have the columns. So and also yesterday we have seen how to connect with, how to create the publishing the views. So you have created the views. You have a lot of views you can create by using number of pages. So once all these views has been created, you can publish the views, and then it will be published on the server. So we have seen in this help menu. So we have seen some of the Power BI visuals. By using this, you can able to see this. This is what we will create, and we will publish it to the server. So one particular page will have multiple views, and by using this views, we will have how to connect with, right? Power Query Editor. So from there, if you go and check, so go here, transform data. So here you can able to find the help, right? So from here also you can go with. You can practice. So like this, say this is the developer side, okay? So from the desktop, you can able to create like this, okay? By using this, these are all the multiple pages, like page 1, page 2, page 3, and this is what you have to create. Okay, normally this is what you will create, the dashboards. So based on the dashboard, you will be publishing it. So you'll be publishing it. So once you have published then it will be available to the client. Okay, so whoever the access to this page, they can able to see this data. So in the community, yes, we can see this the blog as well, and you can able to see whatever visuals we have. We can able to see this. So this is what we have seen. Say for example, I'm going to connect with the data sources. I'm going to get data. I'm going to connect with CSV file. So orders, people, and returns. So whatever the data sources you want, you can connect with. So it will be connected. If you click on transform data, so very first itself, it will open this Power Query editor. So from here itself, you can do a lot of transformations. So whatever the transformation you are applying it will be there in the applied steps, right? So that is what we have seen. So once everything has been completed, then you can go with the close and apply, right? So all this, whatever you have completed, you can go with the close and apply, and then it will be applied. So I'm just using this home button, close and apply, and I haven't done any changes here. Just I have submitted it. So once you are publishing, so you are clicking on the publish button, right? So once you are publishing, so along with this dashboard, along with this Power BI dashboard, this data source file also will be uploaded in this server. So Power BI server. So that is what the Power BI will be running faster. This is called inline memory. Okay, inline memory. Inline memory is nothing but, so data will be stored in the RAM. Okay, the RAM of the server. Then it will be connected. So now I'm going to connect with the Oracle data sources once again. So get data. Click on get data. Go to this database. Click on Oracle database. Click on connect. Okay, and provide the database name. Okay, so database name is localhost. You can select whatever the schema you want to get. HR schema, departments, and employees, and locations. Okay, so I'm just clicking on load. So it will get loaded. It's getting loaded. So all the data will be loaded into the Power BI, not in the server, just in the desktop. Okay, so once you are publishing it, it will ask whether I need to publish the data or you are going to use as a live connection. Same like our Tableau, right? Whether you are using live or extract, the same way. So here also you'll have all the connections, the different data sources. So how we have seen yesterday, the one-to-many relationship, many-to-many relationship, all those. We will go with the data. Okay, so this data option, this is called DAX, data analysis expressions. So DAX is nothing but data analysis expressions. So you can have data analysis expressions. So by using this, you can do some of the data cleansing activities. Data transformation is nothing but you can do transformations. You can apply some business logic. You can transform the data. But data cleansing is nothing but you are deleting a data or you are modifying the data. Okay, you are applying some transformations. All this on the data. Then you will be going for the DAX functionality. So DAX is nothing but the data analysis expressions. Okay, so data analysis expressions. If you want to do any calculated column or you want to do some calculated measures, you can create it. Okay, so you know, right? So in Power BI desktop, we have something like this. In Power BI desktop, we have Power Query. So this Power Query, by using this Power Query, we can apply some transformation logic, right? We can apply some transformation logic. But DAX is nothing but data analysis expressions. data analysis expressions. What is this? So you can do some data cleansing and data manipulations. Okay, so you cannot transform the data, but you can apply some removing of duplicate, removing of null values. You can do the clean of the data. Okay, so that can be done by using the DAX formulas. By using this, you can create a calculated column, or you can create a calculated measure. So what is meant by calculated column and calculated measure? So calculated measure is nothing but, say for example, you have something like minimum. Okay, min of. So what is this min function will do? Even though if you have millions of record, the minimum of some column to give you only one value, right? So min of, maximum of, sum of, all those. These are all the measures, right? So minimum of sales. Then out of all the sales value, it will take minimum value. The minimum of transaction date. So it will give you minimum transaction date, which is the minimum, which is the older one. Maximum, which is the latest one. So this is what it will give you. The measures. So measure will give you only one value, but calculated column, it will give you for all the columns. Okay, it will give you the all the columns. So you can go here and go to the data column. It will get loaded. Okay, you can click on any one of the columns. Say for example, employees, I'm clicking on, then it will get loaded. It will get loaded. See here, it will get loaded. So here you can able to see this new measure, new column, or entire new table. So normal, this new table option is newly they have added. So this new measure is nothing but it will create a new measure. For example, I'm going to use for this salary column. Okay, salary column. I'm going to create a new measure. Okay, so this new measure on this particular table, it will give you this. I'm going to create a new measure. So it will give you only one value, not for all the values. Okay. So measure equal to, it is asking what is the value I have to give. So I'm going with sum of salary. So I'm giving like this, sum of salary. It will give you this, the salary value. You can click on this commit button. It will create the measure values. Okay, this measure values. You see here, the measure value will be available here. So here I have the measure, right? So this measure value will be there. You can take. So what is the measure you want to have? Okay. So measure value. Say for example, I'm going with the reports. The measure value will be available. If you take this, then you can have this measure value. Okay. Sum of sales. Sum of sales is nothing but. So what is the sum value you can able to see? The sum of sales salary value will be 6,91,000. Okay. So like this, you can able to see. So 6,91,000 to be distributed for this across multiple departments. Then you can take the department ID. So from here and add it to the access, right? So if you are adding the access, then this entire sum of sales will be distributed among multiple departments. Correct? So this is what you can able to see this access. So you can do the formatting, whatever the formatting you want to do. Okay, so you can do the analysis, find where this distribution is different. It will give you the where this distribution is different. So this kind of analysis we will not do in real time. Just I'm saying that we want to do some formatting options. In our Tableau, we have, if you click on this particular view, you can get data, right? And also you can copy these visuals. So you can just copy it, and if you want to paste it in the Word document, you can copy it. See here, so Word document or mail or anything. If I want to copy just the static chart, you can copy it. You want to include or exclude or so group the data, okay, or show data, you know, right? You can able to show the data. So here also you'll have the options show data. So something like grouping it, it is grouped it, but I do not want to group it. the blank values is different and other values are grouped it. So you can go to this data, show us a table, it will give you the table. You can export the data also. Okay, the data will be exported. So for this particular view only, show us table, this view will be taken as in this way. So both chart as well as table, you can able to see here. So if you are publishing it, it will be published in this way. So the focus mode is nothing but this is the view the customer will see. So let us first complete the DAX formulas. This is one of the measure. Okay, so whatever the measure you want to create, you can create the measure, different measures. Okay, sum of select, right? So this is the measure. But if you want to create some columns, so extra columns, so on this salary, I want to create a new column. So I can go with new column. Then yesterday we have seen some Power Query, right? Same like Power Query, you will have one. So this column, whatever the formulas you want to write, you can write. The same formulas also you can write. I want to make salary plus $1,000. Then I have to use salary plus 1,000. So it will get calculated. Okay. So here whatever the salary we have, it will calculate, and even you can able to see this groups I do not want. You can remove it. So you can also do the same thing whatever we have seen yesterday. Copy, new measure, new column, refresh data. You want to edit the query, you can edit it. If you are using edit query, then it will go to the Power Query editor only. But I do not want the Power Query editor. But this is what we will create: calculated column and calculated measures. Okay, so there is no much the formulas which is available for this one. So whatever we have already seen for this Power Query editor, the same one you can use it. So like this, you can go for a number of the columns. See here, summarization, you have the count, average, minimum, maximum, sum, and count distinct. So these are all the summarization value we can put it. So we do not have any log option here. You have some other options like the formatting, right? So you want to do some currency conversion, some currency format. You want to check some currency format, decimal number, whole number, percentage you want to find out. So for this salary column, you want to do the percentage, right? So you want to do some currency. Yes, it will do the currency. So whatever the currency it has, say for example, you have some dollars. So automatically it will give you the dollar value. Something it will show you. That's all. Instead of this, you want to go for some other currency, then you can select it. So any currency value you want to select it. Say for example, it's India. You can select the Indian rupee also. So these are all some small the functionalities we can do by using this formulas. Okay, the column level data. So you can do something like the aggregations, the percentage. See here the column, right? So you can have this column. So if you do not want, you can remove this column. So this query you can just click on cancel, then it will be cancelled. Okay, so whatever you have applied. Okay, see here the format. So whatever the format you want to have, the column name, summarization, display. So this is what you can able to do this by using this tags. Okay, nothing else. So these formulas you can able to do, right? So normally whatever summarization. So by using DAX, you can do two things. One is you can add a new column, and the new column additions, you can able to do some the transformation logic and data cleansing. And one more thing is you can do the new measure. So it's aggregated value, you can create it. So by using this DAX, that is what you can able to do. And then, so whatever you are creating, this field will be available in reports, whatever you are creating. Okay. So now we will create some different views, but this is what they will ask in most of the interviews. Okay. They will ask in Power BI, right? How will you connect with different data sources, and what are the filter types are available, and what are the different visualizations you have created. So how will you do the data transformations, So these are all the options are available. So you can create this publish option, right? If you are publishing it, so definitely it will ask for the, here I have the file. So if I have existing one, you can open, and get data is nothing but you can get the data. So publish, and you can publish it. But you need to have the Power BI service access, then only you can able to publish it. So I'm just copying it, saved it. Just yesterday we have seen PIX, okay? PIX is nothing but Power BI, the workbook, okay? So it is asking you to have the Power BI account. If you do not have, you cannot create it. So you look at some different views by using this Power BI, the community editions, right? Say for example, here you can go to this community. In this community, there might be a lot of the Power BI solution they would have given, right? So you can go to this any one, see here Power Query. So in the Power Query also they have given a lot of questions. You can go there and you can find this, whatever the question they were asking. You can check how they are making the calculations, okay? And you want to know this services nothing but this is the one we will publish it. You can go to this any one of the service. Okay, so if you go here, they'll be giving a lot of solutions, okay, for the problems. So whatever, even you can register it. So once you get registered, then you will also get updated in this page. You can make some questions to this page. You can answer the questions. So you can try different views, okay? So normally this is what the services, right? Say for example, if you go to this view, so this is what we need to create. So these are all something like the overview, or it's like a text tables, right? So we can do this text tables here, and the key influencer is nothing but one of the chart we have. Which one is influencing more? Okay, the value we can make it. So based on this, it will give you. This is something like your the funnel chart, right? So the chart type. So this is the chart also we have the chart. Okay. So whatever the chart we have, right? This chart, the ribbon chart, and this is the key influencer. Okay. By using this key influencer, you can create like this, the chart like this. Which country is influencing more? Top 7. Okay. Yesterday we have taken that data, right, from our data.world.com. So from there you can get it connected, and then you can get the data. You can find, okay, which 7 countries are key influencing. Say for example, here I'm taking that some city I'm taking. So city wise, I'm taking the salary. I want to know which city having that key influencing. See, yes, what influences city to be. So you can make whatever the city you want to have, you can make it. Okay, the numbers. So it will tell you what is the functionality of this. So which one, how it is influencing salary based on the city. Say for example, most of the cases we will not get the correct data. Okay, so we will be getting the data from different data sources, different tables. So what we will do, so base table will be there. On top of the base table, we will create a views. Okay, on top of the base table, we will create the views. So in this view, we will bring whatever the columns, whatever the calculations we need to have. Okay, by writing some SQL queries. So you can write some SQL query, right? Create or replace view name by using that select statement. So you can do the data manipulations, most of the data manipulations on the database side itself. Then you are creating the views, then it will be performing well. Okay. So if you are doing a lot of calculation in Power BI or Tableau, you will feel some performance issue. So normally in our real time, definitely we have enterprise editions. That enterprise edition, the licensed one, right? The server. The data side, we will have all the data in the server itself. The Tableau server or Power BI server, it will be there in RAM of the server, right? So we are while publishing it here. So this is the publishing option. So when we are publishing it, we will publish 2 things. One is we are going to publish our dashboard. The other one is we are going to publish our data sources. So it will ask whether you want to go for live connections or publishing it. So normally we will publish it, data sources. So it will be there in Power BI itself or server itself, Tableau or Power BI server itself. So the recommendation of the calculation is do the calculation, most of the calculation in database level itself. Create a view, you do the calculations in the database itself, data modeling, everything you do the database itself, and bring the data, transform data to Power BI or Tableau. You do minimal calculations here, and you can create the reports. Okay, so that will be the better method whenever we are creating the dashboard. So you are creating the dashboard, there you are doing some aggregations on the data, it will create. But you are adding one more column, a new column or new measures you are adding. There you are doing a lot of calculations. Okay, so if you are doing a lot of calculation on a huge volume of data, then it will be slowly performing. Okay, so instead you will go for, you do the calculation, most of the calculation in database itself, and then bring the transform data. So it will be better. Say for example, you have bringing a 10 column from the database. Okay, 10 column from the database table, it has only 10 columns, but you are adding 2 more columns in the Power BI or Tableau level, and in the 2 more columns you are doing some aggregations. Okay, some aggregations you are doing it. So whatever the aggregation you are doing, so that value will be stored in Power BI only. It will not go back to your database. It will not be. You can do this data manipulation in Power BI, but whenever the data is getting loaded, right, that time it will be calculated. Okay, the physical column will not be there. So you are doing some reports, so that time it will calculate at the new column, and we will have something like incremental refresh, right? So whenever you are having new data, that time only it will do the incremental refresh. So that time only it will load the data. The reverse side, it will not be, it cannot be done. You cannot create any column from Power BI to database. For example, today you have data sources, right? In the data model, you have created new view. Okay, new columns you have added by you are going to the data transformations. There you have added new columns. Then it will be available, right? So it will be available. So by using this, you have created some views. Okay, page number 1, page number 2, or something. You have added some views here, page number 1 and 2, all this. So after that, you want to create some more views. Okay, some more views on the same data set. You can create it. No need to add one more time the columns. The data set, whatever you have added, right, it will be available for your reports. No need to bring that again and again, the columns. It will be added automatically. So whatever the column you are adding, right, it will be available only in the Power BI server only, the data source only. It will be available in the server only. It will be saved in the RAM memory of the server. Okay, so that is called inline memory concept, right? So we have in Power BI as well and Tableau itself as well. So next time you want to use the same column on the same date, same opening, that you can use the column. No need to see here. I have something. Yes, we have. I just opened that. So open a report. So here we have a lot of reports I have created. Say for example, I think that okay, 2 dot this file. So here I have added some columns. So whatever the columns I have added in this workbook, it will be available. This workbook, that column will not be available. Same data sources, employees table. You take employees table. If you look at here, it's again so this view and all. Whatever the color you are using, the color or the views you are using, so it should be readable. So it should not use some dark colors. So it should be the visualization. It should be present. So if you are using like this, okay, say for example in a single page, you want to create some 4 or 5 different chart here, right? So you can do here. You can write the text tables. Say for example, in the top, you can write some text box, something like this. You can create one text box here. In this text box, you can write. So whatever so this is sample dashboard, something I'm writing. dashboard. So you can select it, and you can go for different format, different colors. So whatever the way you want to have, you can create it. But after that, so you can do this text box here. You can create whatever the text box you want to have. Then you can have some filters, right? So whatever the filters you want to apply from here, say for example, this is the filter I want to go for only for this particular year, right? So then what I will do, I will take the order date on the filters. So filter on this visual. So you'll have option called add data field here. So I'm going to take the order date into this visuals. So from here you'll have the basic filtering, right? Basic filtering, or you'll have something like this relative date or advanced filtering, right? So the relative date is nothing but in the last date, something like that. You will ask questions. So year format, or so whatever the format you want to have, you can have it. So here, and so whatever the filters, okay, basic filtering, you want to select all those, or you want to select some of the values. So it's based on some date columns, right? It's a date. That is why it's showing like a date. I do not want the date. I want to have only the year. Then what will you do? Remove this. You will take from the order date. You will take the year. So take this from order date. Go here. You take only the year part. So this year part, you can take it and then add it to this field. Then you will have the filter. Okay, the basic filtering. You have the year 2015, 16, 17. So this filter, based on this filter, the data is getting changed. Is it getting changed? Yes, it is getting changed. You look at here, it will get changed. Then everything you are done. After that, you have to use this column, whether it should be available for the view or it should not be available for the view. So you can apply this conditions. Then if you click on this, it is not visible in the view. Okay, this filter, it will not be visible in the view. So if you remove this, it will be you should not add any other conditions here. Then you can lock the filter. Okay, you can go and lock it. So this is what you can do the lock. So instead of selecting more options, you want to go over only one column selections. At a time, only one column you can select. So you cannot select more than one values. So we have some more doubts. We have few CSV files. Can we do some visualization queries on one of the CSV file along? Yeah, yes, we can do. We have workbook in Power BI to hold multiple dashboards as conclusion of result. Yes, we can do it. Something like whatever the formatting you want to do, you can do it. Okay, so you same like our Excel sheet. You want to do some formatting. It's a page level format. You choose entire page. So the page level formatting here will be available here. So format, go here, page information. So this is the page one. You want to do something like you want to rename it. Okay, you can rename it. And the page, if you look at our page, the background colors and all they would have given, right? The background colors, all those. So you can choose the background colors. So automatically the background colors will be applied on the page. So transparency, you change it. So something like this you are changing, then the background colors will be changing. Okay, you want to add some images, you can add some images. So here, so yesterday we have seen this kind of view, right? You remember? So they were creating some the views. Don't go for some dark colors. So go for something some colors, some mild colors. So based on this color, it will be going for the background colors, background images, all those. Okay. So this is background image. You want to add it, you can add the image here. Okay, whatever the image you want to add. So page alignment, vertical alignment on top. Okay. So how these vertical alignments are there? You can see this filter pan. So where the filter pan should be there? It should be there in the right hand side, or the background colors, font header, everything you can able to see this, right? So you can go with this filter pan, which is available for the user. So I will take some different data set. So we will create some different views. So, but this is what the page color you want to have. The filter cards, right? See here, the filter cards. You can have the type is available, applied background colors. Say for example, I'm applying some background colors. So this is what it will be available for the filters. Border color, okay, font and icon color. So everything will be there. You can check it. So this is for the views. You would have seen here something like this, right? So you want to make the profit on top and sales also. You just drag and drop. Profit you have taken, right? The same way you can take one more field. Sales you can take. Should be text tables. You can go with text tables, and sales amount also will be showing. Okay, you can make the formulas. The values you can make it like colors, background, the font sizes. You want to make millions or billions. The scale where you can make it. Okay. So like this, you have to create some small views, and you have to publish it. So this is one of the bar chart, and one is the pie chart we have, and we have created some stacked bars. You know, right? Stacked bars. Stacked bar is nothing but within one single bar, we will have multiple bars, right? Here we have the subcategories. So within each subcategory, we have the regional wise sales. So we will take the subcategory wise sales first, and if you open this region, then also it will be collected. Okay, the field will be automatically collected. Subcategory wise sales. This is line chart. Yesterday we have seen bar chart and the tree maps. How the tree maps looks like. Scatter plot, the bar chart. See here. So like this, you have to create some views, right? Different views. So this kind of view we have to create. So whenever you are going for any Power BI or Tableau interview, right? So these are all the things you have to concentrate. Say for example, if you are going for Tableau interviews, so I will share this particular document to you. So you go through it. So everything, you make sure that everything you are clear. Okay. So on the SQL part, these are all the things at least you should know. This is very minimal requirement. So DDL, DML, constraint, join, subquery, set operators, analytical functions, and views, everything. Then data warehousing concepts. So we have seen, right? What are the data warehousing concepts? Are there dimension, measure, and OLTP, OLAP, ETL process? How the data warehousing will be working on. So everything you have to prepare. And Tableau side. So whenever we are going for data sources, how to connect with the different data sources. That is called multiple data sources. This is applicable for Power BI as well. Okay, this is same applicable for Power BI as well. How to connect with the different data sources like heterogeneous source systems. Data blending is nothing but join between heterogeneous source systems, joins, unions, some custom queries. People write custom queries on the data source, right? Live and extract, filter. So here also we have the filters. In Tableau also we have the filter types. So source level filter, extract level filters, sheet level filters, that is measure and dimension filter. Then we have something like context filter. So all this we have to prepare. And the order of filter execution, the file format. Okay, so what are the file format are available? So this the sheet level. These are all the things you should know. Dimension, measure, continuous, discrete. So even here also in Power BI also we have the continuous and discrete, right? So whatever the continuous and discrete value, so if you take continuous value on the color, it will be, the color will be diverging, right? So from faded color to darker color you can able to see. So that is what the custom diverging you can go for. And the calculated field, yes, here also we have the calculated field by using this Power Query editor. Some example calculations you should know. Then analytic side, something like constant line, average line, the forecasting, trend lines, drop lines, everything you should know. The dashboard, so how to create the dashboard story, how to apply some filters, dashboard actions. So all this you should know. So now we will connect with the data source. Okay, so we will add our sample superstore also. So the forecasting, right? So you have asked the forecasting. So normally we will go for forecasting, at least we have some more data points, right? So we have the data points here. We'll take some date columns. So based on the date column, the order date for 4 years we have. See here, I'm going with the different chart. So I'm going to this orders. So this is what we will do the forecasting. Normally I'm taking that order date. So you take this line chart. You take line chart. So you will take order date, right? Normally you'll go for the order date. The date wise, you can go for the sales. It will do the sales, right? So you will take a date column in the axis and the sales value in the values. Then here, if you go here you can take date hierarchy. Instead of that, you can go for order date. So you'll have a particular date. Okay, so each and every date will be showing here. So you have more date. So even you want to split, do some dates for particular data. So it is available for up to 2019, correct? 2019 is available 31st 2019. So forecasting, right? So how to do the forecasting? Normally forecasting can be done by using the line chart, right? So I'll be taking the line chart here. So just to take on line chart. So for this line chart, you need to have the data. So I'm taking the order date. So date column will be there. Then I'm taking the sales, right? So in the axis, it will have all the year will be there. Axis should be the order date. The values, we should have the sales value. So now you go to this option. You take this option from date hierarchy to order date. So what it will do? So you'll have option with individual dates. Instead of year, you will have individual dates, right? So individual date will be there. It will go like this, right? The line chart. So even you can have line chart like this. You will have the data. So from this data, it looks like this. It has more data, but you want to restrict some data for the particular year. So no need to go for this year and all. You'll have the slicer, right? You take the slicer here. In the slicer, you click on the slicer. In the slicer, you take order date. You have this order date here. So whatever the slicing you want to have. For example, I want to know from 2017 to 2019. Just you can do this slicing operations. It will have the value, right? So like this, you have the value. So between, before, after, list, drop down. So whatever you want to know, this slicing and all. So drop down means this is what you will be able to see, this drop down. Don't go for the drop down, okay? So you go for the between itself. So you will have the slicer, right? So this is what you can add the slicer also for this view. So this is the view now. In this view, I have to add some forecasting, correct? You have data up to 2000 December 31st December 2019. So you go to the forecast, the analytics side here. The analytics side, you can able to see the forecasting option, right? Can you able to see the forecasting? Click on this forecasting. go a little bit down, you can add the forecasting. Okay, you can add the forecasting here. If you add here, you can able to see this 4th January, something like some 10 data points will be there, right? So this data points will be there. You can take in the data point, you can take the month. Okay, so how many months you want to have? Some 6 months you want to have, right? Or 1 month you want to have, some 10 months you want to have, so 5 months I want to have. Okay, forecasting length. So you can go for confidence length, go for 80% or something. If you click on apply, then forecasting will be applied. See here, the forecasting will be applied. Then you can able to see this, the forecasting, right? So lines you want to make dashed lines, okay, or dotted lines, solid line. This is the forecasting. Okay, you have the data up to 2019, but it is doing the forecasting up to 2020. Sometimes interviewers also they will ask how to do the forecasting, all those. But whenever you are having this this particular chart, then only you can able to see this. The line chart only you can able to see this forecasting option. Any different chart will not have the forecasting option. For example, you have here you have the order date. So date wise, I want to know the sales. So you have the year wise, right? So instead of year, I want to go for something like the month. Okay, so I can remove this year and everything. Then month wise you have something like month wise. So consolidated month wise I have the data, right? So if you remove this automatically it will remove. So this is what you can have month wise. So even you can have the date. This is a consolidated month. This is individual month, individual date, not month. The data will be showing for one particular date. So don't go for order date. You can go for the date hierarchy on the month. So this is what you would be creating it. Legend you want to add it. So you want to add some legends. Say for example, legend, you know, right? The color mark will be showing here. So for this analytics side, you will not have forecasting, right? See here, I do not have forecasting. The bar chart will not have forecasting. The line chart will have the forecasting. Okay, any doubts so far? So this is what you will have the forecasting option and different options on the line chart. So whatever the different chart you are creating. So I want to make this color like, you know, the continuous value, right? Color is on less value should have faded color, highest value should have the darker color. How can I do it? This color I want to change it. So go here, you can have this data colors, right? Go to this data colors, you can find the default color, right? The default color, you can, and the data labels also you can enable it. On default colors, you can go with f of x. If you click on f of x, that is expressions. Okay, this expressions, the color scale, it will be showing something like diverging. You select this diverging, so something like this. Okay, sum of sales value. If you apply this, then it will be applied from faded color to darker color. See now, so this can be done by using this Tableau also, right? Tableau, if you take the sales value into color, this is what it will be showing. But here you can do it. I want to make each, so you want to remove this, you can click on remove, it will be removed. Show all values, then each and every colors will be showing. You can make different colors. So but here you need to make it by yourself. By Tableau, by default it will take a different colors, right? The background colors, so normally the chart background colors, you can go with the different colors. Don't go for the same colors, you go for some different colors, right? So this is what you can do, some different colors you can give, then your views will be appearing very good. You know the title, right? So here title you want to make the title option, so you go to this title, then they can able to make this title here, sales by month, right? That is what the title. So even you can go with this based on some field you want to go for the title. the field values are based on some field. So which field I want to go for the title. But in this title also I want to do some formatting. So whatever the color I want to have, so choose the color accordingly. Based on that colors it will be displaying. Okay, then you can make for this also background colors. That sales by the text size you can improve. This is text size for only for the title, not for the this value. Here this is what the customer will see your data. So different formatting, different style. You have to apply some formatting that will take a lot of time. So here I have taken the bar chart, right? Here I have taken the bar chart. Now I'll go for the same thing. I can go for the donut chart. So for example, here I'm going with the donut chart. The regional wise sales I'm going with. Okay, so take this region and then you take the sales. So regional wise sales. So normally if you click on one particular region, this is South regions. If you click on this particular regions, then automatically this view also will be changed. See here, this is highlight, right? It will be highlighting only for South regions. Then this is what. So it will show you the data also. See here, data also it will be showing. So even you can make control and then if you press, then it will show two different values. Okay, so for this also you can do the background colors. So here you can choose it, go to this format. So here also you choose the data label background. So go here background. So this background is for that particular view only. So I will choose some same background or different background. Okay, so the transparency you can increase it or decrease it. So this is what you'll be creating a view so that the customer can able to see your viewers in different way. So you can put some borders, you can put the same thing, you have to format it. Okay, so a lot of formatting options you have to do. So you are making this this view. So this is what it will be showing for them. Okay, this is what it will be showing for them. So you can apply some different views here, whatever the format you want to have. So go to the view. In the view, if you are choosing something like a different view, right? So automatically it will change like this. See here, this is default. If you want to go for something like different, you can use some different formatting also. See here the background and all, how this background has been applied. But this is something like you are not able to see. But if you change the background here and all, it will be useful for you. Okay, something like this. So only one view you are making. So see the background colors and everything. So here also you can change the background colors. Then for you it will be, the view will be changing. So you have to do some different formatting. So however we have seen that formatting, right? So how to build relationship. So the relationship, whatever here, right? So automatically it will be built on. Okay, see here, if you click on this, it will automatically build the relationship. Say for example, this donor chart you want to view for one particular month out. In the December, automatically the donor chart also will be changing. See here, it's changing, right? Out of this, it is changing. The Power BI is the capability to do it. Automatically do. So no need to do by yourself. It will automatically do this, the filtering options. So this option, right? So first you create one bar chart. After that you create one donut chart, whatever the chart you want to have. Just click on this. Just click on this particular view. Then automatically it will be created. The relationship. I'm not doing anything. So Power BI is the capability to do that. Here you have the option, right? Say for example, I'm doing this option. You want to go for filter. You want to go for selection, right? You want to go for some selections. Sales by month or So which one I want to do the selections. Okay, so sales by month, or I want to do only for the bookmark. So it will be applied on the filters, right? So this is what it will be showing you. You want the grid lines? Yes, you can make the grid lines, or you can remove this grid lines. The grid lines on the background, it will be removed. This line, right? This grid line also you want to remove, it will be removed. So how the mobile view? This is what the mobile you can able to see. So this is what the mobile view they will see it. Okay, you want to go for some page view. How this page view will get viewed? You can go to this page view. So fit to page, actual size. You can see this. So this is what it will go for the page view. So 100%. This is what it will show them for them. It will be showing you in the real time. So you can make something like this small scale, so that you can able to see how it will be viewed on the page, the Power BI page, right? Published on the page. So this is what it will be showing. So that is what I told you, need to do lot of formatting options. You need to do lot of formatting options. This is what will be showing for them. It's a page view. The page view, you can make something like fit to page, then it will be fit like this. Okay, so you want to repeat me that the relationship, right? How the relationship are created. You want me to repeat? See here, just you create one view, whatever the view you want to have. Okay, so say for example, I'm creating that bar chart. Here I'm creating one bar chart. So based on that regional wise sales, you are showing that I'm taking region and sales. So different regions and different sales. You want to do a lot of formatting options for this. You know how to do it, right? After that, here I'm going for one more chart, a different chart. I'm going with field map. So in this map, I will be going with state-wise sales. State-wise sales. It will be creating the state-wise sales. In the values, in the values, I'm taking that something like latitude, longitude. The format, I'll be showing something like data labels, zoom buttons if you want to have, maps titles. So based on the sales amount, the value will be changing. Okay. So here you are seeing this way, right? Okay. Now what I have to do, it's showing like location, state it's showing, and I want to know the sales value also. So we have the tooltip. Here California, right? I'm choosing only California. Automatically, it is in West region. This is what the California state sales. Okay. Or I'm going to choose East region from here. Automatically, it will select only the East regions. Okay. In the map also, it will show you. So West and or Central and East region, I'm selecting it. So automatically, it will show you Central and East regions. See here. So it will be showing the Central regions as well as East regions, right? So other regions, it will not show you. So based on the selections you are doing, so it will be highlighting. So this will be taking care automatically. So you are not going to do anything. You are not going to do anything. This is what. So KPI, you know, right? This KPI is nothing but something like, see how the regional wise KPI is giving you, how this distribution is happening, sales by regions, or I'm taking some different state wise. If I have some calculated field, so something 3 values, red, green, yellow, it will show like a traffic light. Yesterday we have seen that this data, right? Whatever the new cases or weekly cases. So for this particular data set, I have to create, say for example, this data I'm taking country wise, I want to know the total cases. So this will show you that data, right? This will show you the data. So here, whenever you are taking the map, so it will show you the size here. Size. So you are making sizes on total cases. So if the size is bigger, then total cases more, right? So that is what it will show you. So this is like simple map. So this map you are doing it right the same way. Some different views you can create it. You can go for year wise, location wise, whatever the different views we are creating. it will be created. So you can add some filters. The slicer, so I will add the slicer separately. So in the slicer, I'm adding here. One slicer has been added. So in this, I'm going to drag and drop this date column. Okay, so date column. So in this date column, I can make it, and based on this data, here also it will get changed. Let's go for bar chart. So based on the selections, this also will get changed. You can give them the control to the user. The date range they will select. So based on this, they will go for the selections. Okay. The slicer also you can go for some formatting. Date input, background, title. Okay. So everything can go for the responsive. Okay, with height. So it's something like formatting only. You can do this and then you can format it. Date inputs. So whichever we are giving the date input, right? So font size you can, if you want to increase, you can increase it, and its date format will be increased. This is the between keyword and before this date, before 2020, this one, okay, or after, I want to know. So between you can able to see. So something like this you can make the slicer, then it will be showing you. So this is the Power Apps. If you are clicking on this, it will be connected to the Power BI services. So from there, it will ask you to click. So you can take some templates from there, Power Apps. You can bring some templates. You can put some columns. So based on the columns you are adding, it will be generated. The views will be generated. Okay. So more visuals, you can go from App Store or from my files. You can bring some static visuals here. So new visuals, you can add it. Okay, so just you are adding the new visuals here. Add text box. You are simply clicking on any particular view. It will add the new visuals only. Okay. So refresh data. This is refresh the data. So whenever your data source is refreshing, this, if you click on this in desktop, we need to do manually. Power BI desktop we need to do manually. But in real time, once you have published, it will do automatically. So you can able to see different views now. If you want to see only for India, if I'm clicking only India here, automatically it will show you for India data. You want to do for only for US, then this is the data for US. Okay. You want to know the data also. So show us table. It will give you the data as well. Okay. New cases versus total cases for 2020. Tableau, we have the option of clipboard, right? Clipboard, the data sources. So clipboard option is nothing but you can add the data. Okay, so some reference data you have, some dimension data you have, some less number of data, but you do not want to create as a data source. You can add the data into this enter data. See here in Power BI also we have the option enter data. You go here. If I have some sample data, here itself you can add it. So column, you can add one columns. If you double click on it, you can have some data. Say for example, it's some data, the column name, you can make it like first name, so last name, something like this. Okay, so salary. So this data is now will work as the data sources. So you want to add some more data, you can add it. So this data will be used as the reference data. This data is not coming from any data source. It will create. You can click on load. You can insert the columns. You can load whatever you want to do. You can click on load. It will get automatically loaded. So that data sources also will get loaded. On the right hand side, you can able to see this new data source. See a table, right? Something like this. You can able to see this data. Two columns will be there. First name, last. Sorry, three columns will be there here. First name, last name, salary. This is also will act as one of the data source. You want to go for some interviews. So as I told, even for freshers also, there are a lot of opening for this Power BI. You want to do some certifications. It is not, so if you want to do, you can do it, but it is not necessary that you should have some certifications, external certification, okay? But you should have very good knowledge, hands-on you should have. You should prepare a lot of views, and if you have any domain name, you create on Power BI, publish views and publish it. Okay, so publishing it's very easy. It doesn't require more time. Okay, just you can publish it within 5 to 10 minutes. Whenever we are going for the Power BI interview, right? So first of all, you need to concentrate on SQLs. Then you have to prepare data warehousing concept. So why do we need data warehousing? So what is this data warehouse, and what is dimension, measure, star schema, snowflake schema, how these data are related, how to create the data models. Okay, so what are the persons will be there, so everything you need to prepare. Then the Power BI. So in the Power BI, right, so first of all you need to so Excel sheet, at least you should know the basics of Excel sheet concepts like pivot options, VLOOKUP options, and the basic some chart creations. Why? Because some companies, they will migrate from Excel sheet to Power BI. Okay, so that time you should know the Power BI Excel sheet concept as well. So prepare that Excel sheet concept as well, some basic concepts. So how to prepare that. So this Power Query and all, the same Power Query will be available in Power BI also. So in Power BI, so you'll be looking for, so first one is the data sources. Okay, the data sources. So different data sources, you have to check this. So data sources, you need to find out all the data sources. I told we can get data from flat files, right? You can get the data from cloud. We can get the data from RDBMS. Okay, data sources. Then you can, so the RDBMS, cloud, and everything. Then if the interview they are asking, so will you do data cleansing at the database level or at the Power BI level? So if I have huge volume of data, if I want to do a lot of joins and lot of transformation logic, so better I will create some views on the database level. So there itself I will create. So if it is required to prepare on the Power BI or Tableau level, I will create the calculated field. Then I will do the transformation logic. Okay. So that transformations, some transformations you can able to do this in Power BI only, not in the database level. Okay, so that kind of analysis you can do it in the Power BI. And first thing is data sources. The next one is inside this you have something like data model, right? So you use data model. Then you have the data. In the data you can apply some DAX formulas. And you have the report, right? So report is nothing but visualization, right? So you have all the visualization here. In the reports, we have more topics, right? So you have the Power Query editor, all those. So you have the Power Query editor. So you have the Power Query editor. So Power Pivot is available if you want to do some pivot operations. So Power Pivot is nothing but it's a separate tool, but all these options are available in transform data. This Power Query editor itself, it is available. Okay, Power Pivot and the DAX formulas and data sources, different chart. Okay, so these things you have to concentrate. Different chart types, formulas. So if you are going for bar chart, different chart we have seen. My request is do all the hands-on. Okay, so then only you can able to get it. And how to publish the views, publishing it. Then, so the main thing is, first of all, you should know the version of the Power BI. So what is the, sometimes they will ask interview that which version of the Power BI you have worked on. So go to help. In the help, you can find that about, right? So if you click on the about, then you can able to see this PowerPoint version. Okay. So 2.82 is the latest version. 2.84 is the latest version, but I have installed 2.82. Okay, so you can tell them like at least this version 2.82. So if you don't know the version, right, they might be getting some doubts whether you have worked on or not. Okay, normally you know the version of Power BI, you know the version, you should know the version of database, you should know the version of any other tools, whatever the tools you are using. So why? Because say for example, if somebody is coming for Power BI interview, right? So the first question I will ask, if I want to check them whether they have really they worked on the tool or not, I will ask, so what is the version of Power BI you have worked on? Okay. So if they are selling that I have worked on like 1 year of experience in Power BI or 2 years of experience in Power BI, if they are not, or I have completed some certifications on Power BI, if they are not able to even tell that the version of Power BI they have worked on, then I can easily identify that, okay, so this is what the, so even how will you work for 1 year or 2 years without knowing the version, right? So the version is very important. So database version, so which data values you have worked on? They will ask. Data warehouse also, it's a database only. Say for example, you can tell them like, I have worked on Teradata, okay, I have worked on Hive, but you should know what is this. So if you don't know, you can tell them like Oracle or SQL Server itself. Still the companies are using this kind of data warehouse also. Yes, Oracle also has a data warehouse they are using. So these databases, still small companies they are using, but big companies they started using this Hive and all the Teradata and all those, right? So even big companies they are moving from Teradata to Hive environment, the Hadoop environment. So I got one more question. Can SQL and Power Query or Query Editor be used in together? No. So you are working on Power BI. From where you are getting the data? On the database. So you want to do some unit testing. Unit testing, you know, right? So once you have developed your dashboard, you want to test it by yourself. That is if the developer is doing the testing, that is called unit testing. So you want to test it that this whatever the data I have created on the dashboard, it is correct. You have to give them the certification, right? You have to certify that this data is correct. So for that you will be using that SQL query. Okay, I got one more question. Can MySQL server? See, remember this Microsoft SQL server. This is one database. Okay, this is MS SQL server. This is database. So Oracle is another database. How we are having the laptop, right? HP laptop, Dell laptop, Lenovo laptop, like this. If you want to go for some, if you want to buy some laptop, you'll be going for different vendors, right? Based on your configuration, based on your budget, based on your requirement, right? Same way, if you want to deploy your organization a database, either you will be going with Microsoft or you will be going with Oracle, or you are going with Teradata, right? Or you are going with IBM, so the companies, right? So IBM. So whatever the database you are going with, okay, these are all the database licensed one. So MySQL is another database. Okay, another database. This will be used for open source. Okay, it doesn't require any license. Say for example, I want to start a startup company. So first of all, I will not have enough money to have this Oracle or Teradata or SQL server, right? It will be costly, very costly. In terms of license, will be in terms of crores per year, I'm saying. Okay, so I will not have that much amount to afford it. So I can go for this MySQL. It doesn't require any license cost. But the performance wise, it will handle very less volume of data. Okay, but Teradata, Oracle, and all, it will be, they will give entire support to us, so that everything, the database setup, everything they will do it. And the thing is, you need to pay some amount for them. But MySQL, you have to do it everything. So open source. But the SQL is the SQL, right? For all these databases, if I want to interact with this database, we should know the language called SQL. SQL is a language, okay? How we are communicating with each other by using English, the same way you can communicate with this database like SQL. SQL is common, but SQL Server SQL and Oracle SQL slightly different, like 20% of the keywords are different. This is what you have to prepare by yourself for the interviews, okay? you can go to some, I told right yesterday, if I want to get more knowledge on Power BI, go to this community. Okay, Power BI community. There they will be posting lot of scenarios. You take one scenario, you try by yourself that scenario. They would have given already the solution for that, right? They will come up with real-time issues. They'll be asking somebody, then others will be responding it, right? So this is what you can get more stuff in Power BI. Why do we need Power Query when Power Pivot can import data from mostly used sources? No, the Power Pivot operations, right? It will convert row into column. That is the pivot operations, right? Normally in Excel sheet, we will have the pivot operations, right? The pivot operations will do, for example, for this particular chart, I want to do some pivot operations. You assume that I want to create here, I want to create in Excel sheet, I want to create the department wise sum of salary. How to create a chart? So I have to create something like, right? So I have taken all the values. We're going for insert the line chart. So it has more values. It is not showing you the department wise sum of salary, right? It is not giving the correct value. So for this, you can go for pivot operations. So for example, you can select all the values. You can go for the insert option, pivot table. So which range I want to choose it? You choose a range. Okay. Then for example, here I want to create some salary, sum of salary, and department wise, you take the department ID. Instead of values, you go for the row level. See here, department wise sum of salary, right? For this, you create some view. So it's showing like department wise sum of salary, correct? So like this, you can do pivot. This is called pivot operations. This can be done in Power BI also, the pivot operations. So some aggregations you want to do, the pivot operations will be there. So this can be done by using this. So whatever we have in Excel sheet, so advanced Excel is nothing but Power BI. Whatever we have in Excel sheet, it will be available. How to do certification for Excel and SQL and Power BI. So Power BI, you have external certification. You have to go to this powerbi.com. You have to get some voucher. Okay, voucher, you have to buy it. So with that voucher, you can go to some Pearson Center. There you can write. I'm not sure about whether it is available for now. It's online or not. So check it in the online. Okay. So due to this COVID, whether they have changed it to Pearson Center 2 or any other options. Okay. SQL, you can do the certifications. Like Oracle, you have OCP, Oracle Certified Professional, or OCA, Oracle Certified Associate. Okay. Like this, you will have different certifications. You can do it. Power BI also we have certifications. You can do. Tableau also we have external certifications. It will be cost will be for certification. It will be around 20 to 25,000 or 30,000. I'm not sure. It's against dollar value also. You have to check it. So my request is you have to do lot of hands-on. Okay. You take different data. I have given you the guidance how to take the different data set. You take the different data. You do it like different views. You try to practice. Slowly you will get the knowledge. Okay.